Today, two of the pictures are from Bill Wertman. The first is of the main entrance to the administration and classroom areas. The direction of the camera is generally to the east. The second photo is a closer than normal view of the HVAC subsystems, in this case, one on the phys ed building roof. The last picture is of two workers installing GP insulation on the south wall of the phys ed building. The scissor lift seems to do a good job of assisting the workers. Note the plywood laid down below the lift to protect the walkway flooring. A large handler extended its boom all the way up to the phys ed roof. This was to pick up the trash that has accumulated from the many layers of roofing material that have been laid down. The trash is first placed in bags and then into tarps. When it has made it to the ground, the trash eventually was put into trucks to be hauled away. What a temptation to heave the big bags over the wall and to award a prize for accuracy. The roof is currently light gray. See the photo. A large heavy blue item of equipment was lifted onto the outside play area. A close-up shot reveals nothing as to its function. See the last two photos. Early this morning, a big white box truck arrived down on the playing field. Large white rectangular packages were unloaded and taken inside the phys ed building and unloaded again. See the first photo. But far more important are the translucent green things. Whatever they are, the school now has them. Yes, translucent green things. In the first photo, a handler is taking them into the temporary entrance to the gym or the basketball court. They seem to have a large silver ring associated with them. At least 10 were taken in for about 3 trips. See the photos. As to the mystery translucent green things, we have two good answers that agree with each other and are undoubtedly correct. They are HVAC ductwork transition pieces. The green is likely a plastic seal to keep them clean until installed. Another green boom pump was here early to pour the remaining outer walkway. See the photo. It then repositioned itself to pour the stair landing. See the same photo. The landings between floors as well as the stair steps were filled in with the appropriate cement concrete, just like here at Timber Ridge. The second photo shows that same green boom pump relocated to the garage area. The pump is making another pour up there. The third photo shows a bit of a crowd up in the north lot garage area. Plus, I see the several pillars or posts that will endear the teachers who park there to the architects who designed the building. Car doors hitting against the pillar as the driver gets out of her car. The report this evening is about what happened and what didn't happen and why. The front main entrance was blocked by the big Komatsu excavator most of the day. I believe it was still working at 7 p.m. Whatever the work was, it involved a trench, gravel, and precast concrete manholes. The first and second photo show some of the work being done. Another excavator, cat, and bulldozer were also involved. Two things that had to be reworked as a result. One was the lunch truck had to come in using the secondary gate. The buses had to come all the way in on that same east safety access road. They turned around before loading. See the third and fourth photos. The covered play area floor was completed, maybe. Yesterday it was gray. Tonight it is black. Lots of deliveries today. 2 red trucks with drywall came down to the playing field. One of the flatbeds came with a crane, so it unloaded both trucks. Then 2 black trucks came, and in a similar manner, one had a built-in crane. It picked up the long beams and slipped them into the gym area. See the first photo. Komatsu is digging another trench up by the main entrance. See the second photo. When this is done, the big excavator can be used on some other big jobs. On the roof are several silver industrial exhaust fans that need to be located and installed. The brick wall surrounding the loading dock is looking great. Then the forms for some of the garage walls are being removed. Long rolls of white strips are being put on the floor of the covered play area. There was a bit of work today on the traffic lights on Talus. As usual on Saturday, there is a small crew working. I thought that the garage was big enough. From just looking at the foundation, it seems to almost block the driveway from the main entrance to the loading dock and beyond. Well, today, a few of the forms from the recent pour were removed, and then more forms going up to make a space for a stairwell and small elevator. The attached photo has an arrow pointing to this additional garage space on the southeast corner. The first photo could be for or from most any construction site. The workers are tired and want to go home, and here comes the bus that will help do that. The second photo is Stephanie's. It's from Saturday and shows a view that you can't get from our apartment. It includes the north entrance into the school building. See the arrow. It also shows the exterior gray section panels between the top floor windows and the floor below windows. This might be the actual exterior material. The school is different from what was built in our day in that it is made of layers and layers. The last photo shows what might be thought of as a safety hand railing, but a second look shows a more typical safety barrier next to the structure under question. It looks to be forms for a concrete pour for a yet to be figured out function and structure. The arrow is to help you see what I am attempting to describe. The surveyors were out and about again today. They were busy last Saturday. Work on the floor of the covered play area continues. The strips of plastic were stuck together with a roll of white sticky tape, one workman on each end. See the results in the first photo. The very latest garage images are shown from two different angles, first Stephanie's, then Len's. Interesting to compare the two. Other work accomplished was the removal of more forms from the garage. Orange siding was put on over the yellow GP material on the gym south wall. Today's pour was done the old-fashioned way. The mixed concrete goes into a large funnel-shaped bucket. Then the bucket is moved to where the concrete is needed. The concrete is then poured out of the bottom of the funnel bucket to exactly where it should be. As the photo shows, this all took place on the southeast corner of the gym along the stair lower landing. When finished, the cement mixer moved to the northwest area of the building to do another job. The second picture is mostly of the classroom building. Patty says,
"The white covering between the buildings turned out to be exhaust fans. From the kitchen, the scaffolding was removed from the loading dock. Using binoculars, I can see that the dark stripe under the low windows is the imitation gray brick shown on the mock-up."
The third photo from Stephanie is like Patty's. When it rains, it pours. Picking a subject title isn't easy. Today, there was no rain, and there were no pours. But a lot happened. We could have picked the title, Oh Glory, but we'll save that for a later date. The American crane lifted some rebar into the garage, and then the next time I looked, it was sitting in the loading dock flying the flag. Always an impressive sight. See the first photo. The roofing crane, the one long enough to reach the top, was doing its thing today, namely lifting packaged garbage and recycle off the roof and down to the ground and into a waiting truck. See the photo. The forms fitted to the stairway landing on the south side were removed, but after removal, I still couldn't figure out why that concrete lip or curb was added. A trench was dug at the main entrance. It was quickly buried. That is where the Komatsu excavator is shown in that photo. The covered playground area is being prepared for the next floor layer. See the last photo. The big activity today was the floor pour for the outside covered area. If you look closely, or better yet, look for the gold arrow, that is where the floor is. After the pour, the power trowel was used to smooth the surface. The second photo was to show happenings in the garage area. From Patty,
"A pipeline is being dug and filled right in the path of the main gate. Today, the pipeline turned the corner and headed west-southwest and is about to make a turn south. The flag is still flying for astronaut Michael Collins, I assume."
the last photo is taken from the school board site. It is an interior shot and shows the degree of finishing that has been going on. This was back in March 11th. I am pleasantly surprised at the progress inside the buildings.